Olá, seja bem-vindo à TVHBR Brasil, hoje na cobertura do terceiro Fórum de Big Data e Analytics aqui em São Paulo. Aqui ao meu lado eu recebo o Matthias Roggendorf, que é Senior Expert em Big Data e Advanced Analytics da McKinsey & Company. Welcome, Matthias.
Thank you very much.
Matthias, what McKinsey brought, what you brought to the discussion in our forum?
Yeah, today it was the topic around big data governance. How does big data actually influence how you govern data within an organization?
Yes.
So all the new influences coming in, new data sources, new ways of processing, analyzing data. And the question is now, what's the organizational aspects of it? Yeah? So on the one hand, you have a very traditional way of managing your master data, your transactional data, all your internal data of the organization. On the other hand, you have kind of, people sandboxing data and trying to actually make sense out of data and experimenting, discovering. And at some point you actually want to bring this in a more formal way into the organization. How do you actually set up the organizational way of managing new data sources, new analytics, and also making data available then on the front line?
In a manner of speaking, you're helping the companies or people to make the right questions or to know what to ask, and then how to interpret those enormous data, enormous data and everything else?
Well, as McKinsey, we try to take a business back approach to big data to really say what are the big questions to answer, where can we improve decision making, in the different, let's say, functions, marketing and sales, how can we improve our customer interactions, but also in operations. We heard today some discussions on oil and gas and how can we leverage big data there. So it's not only about the customer, but it's also kind of if you go to operations on how can we actually improve utilization of equipment and so on. So McKinsey brings always this business back view on asking the business questions and how big data can actually help.
Do you have any specific area or market that you look closer, or it's broad?
Well, when you look at the demand, of course, financial institutions are at the forefront of working with big data and trying to make sense out of that. But we also increasingly see other industries chipping in and trying to make sense out of big data for their specific questions. So I definitely see financial institutions, insurance at the forefront of our client work. There's a lot of work in healthcare and pharma on big data and advanced analytics. We see a lot of demand on the retail side, so it's actually quite spread in industries.
And do you have any hint or thought about the near future of big data? Something that it isn't already, but it's almost becoming or soon to be.
Well, when you look at customer analytics, I think that's something where things are starting to mature. So people really start understanding how they leverage big data in that area on, be it churn analysis, be it customer acquisition, be it cross-sell, upsell. We heard stories about next product to buy, next product to offer. So I think
it's a matter of technology development or human development, mindset.
I think it's the mindset part. It's the really how people in marketing and sales regard this as a help to their work. And I think we are pretty close, in some industries at least, that people see, wow, this is really making a difference to the performance I can deliver to the organization. I think all the use cases which are kind of more under the hood, so to say, internally, people still need some time to actually make this cultural change to accept that data-driven decision-making is really improving the business performance.
Okay, and if it depends on McKinsey, it will happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much,
Absolutely.
Matthias.
Pleasure. Yeah.
E você, já tem a mentalidade do Big Data? Se não, pode continuar assistindo aos nossos vídeos, que ainda tem muito mais conhecimento para a gente compartilhar com você.